was our Rube Goldberg project made by our class. Cody, Sam, Abney, Christine, Emily, Anna, and Tyler.
I want gum so bad, but I just don't feel like picking it up. If only there was a way for this to move to my mouth by itself.
I launch the ball, and it goes all the way over to the box. After it goes in the box, it's gonna roll down the hill, go around the loop, hit the weight right here. The weight's gonna pull this string. The string's gonna trigger the tire, and that's gonna make the weight fall down here, slide down the ramp, hit the seesaw. The seesaw's gonna hit the switch, which is gonna pull this string, which is gonna pull the connect up there, and the ball's gonna fall down, go around this toy thing right here, and then fall onto the switch, making Ebonet's cart move forward. Ebonet's cart's gonna drop the ball in the funnel. It's gonna go down the ramp, hit more balls. All the balls are gonna fall into the overflow thing. The overflow thing's gonna put water in this red solo cup. The red solo cup's gonna fall on the seesaw. The seesaw's gonna knock this ball off of Sam's thing. Sam's thing's gonna hit this switch. The switch gonna turn on Emily's blender. Emily's blender's gonna pull that switch, and that's gonna trigger the plate to go up and feed Emily's mouth the piece of gum.
No, don't touch, don't touch. It's not yet, it's not through yet.
On Saturday, October 27th, the 5K Run and Walk launched at Lindenwold High School. There were many participants such as runners and walkers. There were also lots of volunteers who provided lots of refreshments and beverages for the runners before the race began.
I'm here with Marquise Price. Now, what are you doing here today?
Taking photography for the 5K walk/run.
What in particular are you taking?
Just all the runners and everybody having fun.
What do you think the outcome of the race will be?
Whoever wins, and it's just for helping fundraise.
We're here doing face painting for little kids.
Okay. So, what do you think about the runners and what they're doing?
It's great. It's great that they're helping a good cause, and they're all doing great. Everyone's running and they're doing a good job.
At the end of the race, senior Tyler Bonner, also captain of the boys cross-country team, ran an astonishing time of 17 minutes and 45 seconds. Tyler finished in first place in the 5K run. How does it feel to win?
Great. Before the race, I set mile goals for myself, so I would come in at a pretty good time, and then the last half mile I went all out because I knew my competitor, my teammate, was going to try to outrace me, so I made sure I beat him.
I'm Will Darian.
And I'm Corey Works.
So what's your favorite part?
My favorite part was when they all started dancing and Kylan was up front. He started going like that. I thought it was pretty cool.
So what do you guys like about the place so far?
Well, I think it's actually nice, all that dancing, islandly type of theme. I like it.
They're really good singers.
I like the effects, like the background, like the sounds and all.
And the smoke.
I like all of it. It's amazing.
Don't you remember little Timon from the tree?
We even got opinions from LHS alumni Victoria Stanton.
I love the costumes, courtesy of my mother. I love the dancing and the singing, and how it's staged is amazing. Everyone put a lot of work into it, and it definitely shows.
So what's your favorite part?
Pray, definitely. And Papa Gay was terrifying and amazing and great.
How do you feel knowing that there are no more high school plays for you?
It's kind of sad, but you know, it's a good feeling at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but it's cool because you get to realize how far you've come doing the shows and all that. So yeah.
Any words for people who might want to take theater?
Just do it because it's like the best experience. It makes your high school experience way better.
Anything else at this time? I want pie. No, I need pie. My poem, I like to call it Pinai. When I come through the door, all I want to hear is 3.14. 159, I'm about to shine. 265, I have arrived. 358, I want some cake.
Pi has been calculated to over 1 trillion digits beyond its decimal point. Let's see how these students do.
3.1415926535897932384626 4338 3279 5028 841971 693993 7510 5820974944
Hi, I'm here with Kaid Freeman. So Kaid, what do you think about Pie Day this year?
I think it was pretty good. This is my 4th slice of pie, and this pie is really delicious. I'm not sure who made it. It's wonderful.
How'd you do in the remembrance of the numbers?
Well, I only got 60 digits, but I only had one night to study.
70193 85211 05559 64462. That's all.
185. Hi, I'm here with Chris Randall, the winner of the Digit Reciting Contest. So Chris, how did you prepare for this event?
I prepared by studying long nights. Like I didn't go to sleep last night, and just kept reciting the numbers over and over again until they got locked in my head, and that's how I studied for it.
Now, your number was 108, so you came in first, obviously, because that's a very large number. It seemed like you had a certain technique, like you'd say a certain amount of numbers, pause, keep going. Tell me about that.
I did 5 digits at a time and like try to pick up a rhythm, so like I can I memorized a lot of stuff by like a rhythm or like a song. So like I did like 5 digits at a time to pick up a rhythm, and that's how I remembered it.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
What do you think about Pie Day?
I think it's a excellent day. It's fun. Everybody likes it. Everybody participates. It's pretty fun.
Hi, I'm Mariah, and my senior project has been on culinary arts. And all together, I've made it Mariah Makes Miracles in the kitchen, one recipe at a time. So I basically did a combination of my 2 loves of my life, which is video production and culinary arts. So I actually have a cool TV show to show you guys that I've been working on very hard. I also have other people that I thank for the video. So I guess we'll start with that. welcome to my kitchen where Mariah makes miracles one recipe at a time. So today's recipe is going to be a traditional Spanish recipe. It's called the empanada. Basically, it's a meat-filled pastry, and I'm actually going to switch it up today and do a couple different combinations. So we're going to start with the ground beef. I'm going to start seasoning it with a basic Spanish sofrito. It's a pesto made out of tomatoes, basils, garlics, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to grab about a tablespoon of this and just add it into our meat. After that, we're going to add a little pepper. Not too much, you don't want it to be too heavy. We're going to use some adobo, which is a common Puerto Rican seasoning. And then we're going to add some garlic, which is a nice flavor, it gives it a good touch. And finally, we're going to do a sazon. Now, this seasoning adds a lot of flavor and actually gives it a nice color. So you want to make sure you put about a half a packet in here, not too much. You don't want anything to be a little overpowering. All right, looks good. After we do our seasonings, you don't have to mix right away. You want to kind of let it sit in and marinate. We're going to go to our vegetables. I actually grabbed some bell peppers. They are sliced into strips and then diced up into cubes. They're about a centimeter big. We grab one of each color, so there's the red, the yellow, and the green. They all have their different flavors, so it kind of adds something to the thing to give it a little pop. You're gonna rough chop your onions, nothing too big, nothing too small. You wanna kind of get a nice crunch and a nice bite to it, and as well as your olives. You don't wanna have nothing too whole, it gives it kind of a bitter taste, so you wanna get it as small as possible. All right, so we're going to start adding our peppers. You're just gonna kind of throw them in there. You want to give yourself a good amount, something to play with, something to add some fun, and it gives it a lot of color. All right. Make sure you get all that in there. And you're going to add your olives. Not too many, you don't really necessarily need to use all that you cut up. All right, and now we're gonna just start blending all of our good stuff together. Make sure everything gets a little bit of flavor, gets a little bit of seasonings. You want to make sure all your vegetables are everywhere throughout the meat. All right, so while I finish blending all our stuff together, we're going to go to a quick break. See you when we come back. Welcome back to Mariah Makes Miracles. In case you're just joining us, I'm making a Puerto Rican empanada. So we're just gonna take our meat contents and bring it back to the range and cook our filling. Let's do that. All right, so we're just gonna take it back to the stove. You're gonna pour it in. Your temperature should be at a medium high. I suggest spraying your pan with a non-stick spray, as I did. If you have a gas stove, then I suggest spraying away from it. And we're just gonna let our meat render for about 15 minutes, or until you feel as though it's done. It should be at a brown coloring. It gets a little darker. You never wanna see any pink with ground beef. So, this recipe came to me when I was about 8 years old, and it was the first time I was actually allowed to sleep over, like my friends' houses and my grandparents' houses and stuff like that. Because, of course, in a Puerto Rican household, it's pretty strict. So my grandmother spent the entire night teaching me different Spanish things. I learned from rice and beans to empanadas to frying pork chops. So it was all the basics. I actually fell in love with this dish because it was the only one that I could really help her with, because sealing and wrapping everything together was pretty easy. And it's nothing like coming downstairs and smelling this. It is the best thing, and I wish you guys could smell it yourselves. It's almost a warm, welcoming smell that just gets you excited. Me and my cousins used to play outside, and for about, I don't even know, like all day, couple hours and come inside and eat grandma's food is the best thing ever. But I'm sure everyone has that experience. All right, so I think it's really important to not cook it completely until it's dry. You actually want to stop yourself a little bit ahead of time because you are going to be putting this inside a pastry and then frying it. So we're just going to take this out and drain it. All right, so we're just going to pour it into our strainer. You can put the strainer actually over a bowl and let it just sit there and just drain all the juices. If you actually are in a hurry, you can press it down just a little bit. Get in there through all the little holes. All right, looks good. Okay, so we're gonna take this over, and I sprayed this pan already with some nonstick spray. All right, so this orange dough is actually a Goya disc, which you can find at any local market. I mean, ShopRite, Bottom Dollar, they all have it. You just put it down. Don't stretch it out. You want to keep the same circle. Put a little bit in your spoon towards the center. If anything falls out, that's okay. All right, and then you fold over. And my job to help my grandma was basically this: the press and seal. It was about the most fun that I had all day in the kitchen. Alrighty, and that's what it should look like. And then we'll do it again. Same thing. Put a little bit in time. You want to get as much peppers and stuff, get all the good stuff in there. I actually have an aunt who does this, and she puts a boiled egg in there. I mean, hey, if that's your kind of thing, that's cool too. Me personally, not my fave. I like making it more traditional and keeping it classic, which you can never go wrong with. Who doesn't like classic? All right, so the key to this is using pure vegetable oil. And if you can see, I actually put little pieces of dough to see the temperature. You want it at a high temperature. You want to use a frying pan that's pretty deep. All right, so we're just gonna place these in there. And a good sign is that it kind of pops back at you. See how that goes around there? You want it to cook from the outside in because the inside's already cooked, so that kind of makes sense. All right, remember, never crowd your pan because nothing gets cooked that way. And you're just gonna pop these bad boys in there. Now, this is the part that I actually had to leave for my grandma. I was never allowed to be in this section. But times are changing. All right. And then give them a nice quick drain. The important thing is that you use some heavy duty tongs so that nothing slips and slides and you don't want any oil popping back at you. Look at that, that looks good, doesn't it? All right. Nice color, nice texture. It's gonna have some great flavor. That looks good. Alrighty. So now it's all about plating our beautiful golden empanadas. We're gonna stack them nice and high because we are very proud of our final product. All right, and there you go. All right, up next, we're gonna work on our pizza and then we're in for a sweet treat. Check us out. All right, and this is our final product. Everyone should be very proud of themselves because look at that, it looks pretty gorgeous. All right, so I hope you had fun when Mariah makes miracles in the kitchen. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.
The projects and presentations were by far the best group that we've had. I've done a lot of sports at this school, and I've done a lot of programs. I also have to say that you guys worked as a group better than any group or program or sport in this school.